28 men trapped in the most unforgiving place on Earth. No rescue, no communication, and no way out. And by all logic, they should have died there. But they didn't, because one man made a decision. No one dies on my watch. In 1914, Ernest Shackleton set out to do what no one had ever done: cross Antarctica on foot. It was called the Endurance Expedition, and at first, everything went according to plan. Until it didn't, because before they ever reached land, the ice closed in. Their ship, the Endurance, was locked in solid ice. It was drifting, crushing, slowly destroyed. For months they waited, hoping the ice would release them, but it didn't. Instead, it crushed the ship. And in that moment, they weren't explorers anymore, they were survivors. This is where most men break. This is where panic sets in, blame, desperation. But Shackleton did something different. He made a decision early. The mission is over. The men, they come first. Not glory, not legacy, not the record books, his men. You see, most men say they want to lead until leadership costs them something, until hard decisions need to be made, life and death decisions, decisions that have real consequences. For nearly 2 years, they fought to stay alive. They endured freezing temperatures, starvation, isolation. At one point, they dragged lifeboats across miles of ice. At another, they sailed through some of the most violent seas on Earth. And the entire time, Shackleton watched over one thing: the morale of his men. Because he knew that if morale had turned sour, they were done for. He rotated duties so no one broke under pressure. He kept routines, even in chaos. He gave the strongest burdens to himself and the most hope to his men. Because Shackleton understood something most men miss. Men don't just die from the cold. They die when they lose hope. A weak leader manages tasks. A strong leader guides morale. Eventually, it came down to this: an 800-mile journey across open ocean in a lifeboat with no GPS and no safety net. Just skill and the will to survive. And Shackleton and a handful of his men made the journey. Not the entire crew, but only a few could make it. And against all odds, they reached help. And then he went back. Not once, but twice, until every single man was rescued. 28 men went in, 28 men came out. Now that's leadership. Not when things are easy, not when the path is clear, but when everything falls apart and you refuse to let your men fall with it. Most men today will never face the brutal conditions of Antarctica, but they will face pressure and responsibility, moments where others depend on them, moments when hard decisions have to be made, moments when others depend on you making those decisions. And the question is simple: when that moment comes, will you protect yourself, or will you stand your ground and carry the weight? Because real leadership isn't proven in comfort. It's proven when no one else makes it out, except they do, because of you. My name is Dennis Gill, and this is the Faith and Fortitude Project. I want to thank you very much for watching to the end. And if you got something out of this, please consider liking and subscribing, and let me know in the comments what part of leadership concerns you the most. And until next time, remember, faith first and fortitude always.